first things first. In this parking garage turned wind tunnel, apparently. Thursday the 17th, I think, I met someone who watches the channel. He was at the table very close to the entrance. I was way back in the corner for most of the night, but I left the poker room for a few minutes, came back, and he stopped me, you stopped me. Didn't catch your name, but thanks for watching the videos. If you want to prove it to your friends that it was you, it was definitely a green sweatshirt. I think it was a Jet sweatshirt you were wearing. Probably not a lot of Jet fans in Omaha and Council Bluffs. So thanks for watching the videos. I bet if there was a day I really needed wind for some reason, there would be absolutely none for like months on end. But apparently it's so windy right now, I'm having trouble even getting out of it in the parking garage. But whatever, I'm here. Today, wanted to mention the 5 biggest differences between Vegas poker and Council Bluffs poker. First, people post. They post, they buy the button, whatever. I'm mostly talking about their first hand. So, people in Vegas, it's insane. People will come in like third to act pre-flop in the middle of the orbit and say they're waiting. Some people won't actually say it. The people who are gutless, they'll say, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And we know bathroom is code for be really cheap and not pay the blinds. People here, if they come in on the big, it's not even a thought. If they come in between the button and the small and the dealer says, do you want to wait one or do you want to buy the button? It's not even a thought, as this guy just wants to stall behind me for no reason. No, I bet the guy in front of him just slammed on the brakes. No, I have no idea why this guy just stopped right here. Anyway, people will come in between the button and the small, and the dealer says, you want to buy it for $4 or I'll wait one, come in for free. So, oh no, I'm here to play. It's like such an odd idea to them. Coming to the casino and coming to the poker room and sitting down at the table and not playing the hand. They're almost insulted when they get asked that question. So people post when they come back from a break, when they first come in, post by the button, whatever you want to call it. They're not incredibly stingy over the $1 to $4. Number 2, people buy in for the max almost always, top off like crazy, rebuy like crazy. We had a table the other night, think about this, 18 minutes in, I opened a new table. 18 minutes in, average stack was 440. Now, to put this in perspective, my guess would be a Vegas table would be around 175, but imagine, we're 8-handed here. Imagine all 8 people bought in full. This isn't exactly how it happened, but it'll help you understand what went on in these first 18 minutes. Imagine all 8 of us bought in for the max, 300, and in the first 18 minutes, 4 of the 8 players, half the table, got all in, lost, and rebought for a full buy-in again. If that happened, I think average stack would be very close to 450. I just looked around the table, counted, all the stacks, I totaled everything divided by 8. Our average stack was 440, 18 minutes in. That is an incredibly high number for 18 minutes in. We buy in for the max, people top off, they rebuy, they don't short stack their last like $27 and make it last like, 5 hours and 37 minutes like people do in Vegas. I have no idea how they pull it off, but they're amazing at it. No, full stacks. Number 3, people's ranges here compared to Vegas. You would not believe, I won't even tell you how many times it's happened because you won't believe it. You would not believe how many times in Vegas someone has limped the 3, there's a raise to 15, and that player who limped the 3 folded pocket 9s or 10s face up. If something like astonishing happens at the table, you text some friends of yours that this happened, that started happening so much in Vegas, I can't text people that anymore. It's become too common. You wouldn't believe the number of times it's happened. Here, like, what does it take for a guy to fold 10s? Go back to that video. I'll put it up here, maybe on the other side. My worst losing day ever. Twice for a buy-in, a guy didn't fold 10 spree. Like, really, that's a great question. What would it take if you were trying, I wouldn't try this out here, but if you were trying to get a guy to fold 10s pre-flop, how much would it take? I mean, well over $500. No, but in Vegas you could make it 15 and they limp fold 10s. The first time I was in shock, and I've become so numb to it now that I don't even tell people that it happens anymore. What the word tight means out here compared to what it means in Vegas, similar to the last one, a little different. There are people out here, I'm gonna tell you this hand first. I made it 50 pre-flop because there was a big straddle. I made it 50. The guy called the 50 out of position. On the flop, I bet 40. Yeah, I hate the fact that I down bet, but get over it, I did it. I bet 40, the guy called 40 on the flop. On the turn, he checked, I bet 105. He called the 105. Now, of course, he hit on the river, but that's not the point of the hand history. He had ace-10 of hearts. That's what he called 50 with pre-flop. He flopped just hearts, nothing else. He called 40 on the flop. On the turn, still, hearts. He called 105 on the turn. This is a guy that a lot of people tell him to his face and make jokes at the table about how tight he is. That's what tight is out here. Putting in 195 up through the turn with just a flush draw. Tight in Vegas, I don't even know what tight in Vegas is anymore. I mean, average in Vegas is like someone raised to 10 and fold ace-jack suited. Like, that's normal to me in Vegas. Tight is so, like, nothing. Tight is just basically, you're there for diamond status. That's the difference between tight wherever you play. I know what tight means in Vegas. I might not know it in your city. And tight in Council Bluffs. Tight in Council Bluffs is called any amount out of position with just a flush draw. And last one, of course, the games are really, really social. That's the sign of a great game. This happened in MGM National Harbor a lot. When players are losing, like losing all night, losing big pots, losing all ins, and they're either like high-fiving you or telling you how great you played, or, you know, the conversation you were having with them before isn't changed afterwards, you know, they're not too mad to keep talking, their demeanor doesn't change, that's a sign of a great game. That happens out here. A lot of these guys would prefer to win, a lot of them are trying to win, but when they lose, they don't turn into like absolute jerks. They just, you know, stay the same, and you don't see like this anger written all over their face like we see in Vegas a lot. So those are the 5 biggest differences between Iowa poker and Vegas poker.